wonder if why would you blow it towards me?
I'm just kind of drunk already. Pick you up like a baby, shake you around, put you back down, you're dead.
You're dead.
So the baby didn't die from being shook, it died once it touched the ground.
From being put down.
Its whole life, it's never touched it.
Yeah. So theoretically, actually, if you think about a baby, like in general, right? The only reason...
I've thought about a baby before.
Sometimes I think about babies.
Sometimes I think about a baby and I just... Whew.
I saw one earlier today and I was like, wow, that's a fucking baby.
Now that's a baby.
Wow.
That's a hot ass
Now
baby.
that's what I call baby volume 44. There's only 44 known babies in the world. All the other ones, bad duplicates.
Now that's what I call baby.
Baby.
Can we describe the perfect baby? Next topic.
Me?
Kind of spherical. Optimal velocity.
Orb. Baby.
No pores.
Babe orb.
You like bowling?
No
Bowling
pores.
ball.
No pores. No pores.
No pores. Bowling ball.
As smooth as can be. As smooth as an egg belly.
If you oil
As
it,
smooth
it
as a
just
baby.
flies. Thank you. The standard has been set.
Secreting oils
Impossible.
which slick the baby's surface.
No.
You're
you
able
have
to slide
apply
it down the alley better.
You
Tie
have
those
to,
pins.
You have
Get
to
those stripes.
apply the oil to the baby.
Okay, but have you ever noticed that, like, when you hold a baby and you pet a baby's head and you pet an old person's head, it's still the same thing?
What?
So question. So
cousins
on one hand you have baby massaging scalp. In another hand, you have old person saw the wages of war throughout America's history in the other scalp.
This sounds like my dream.
But so has the baby. The baby has
the
seen
baby has
shit
seen
too.
war.
Baby has seen war. Have you ever seen Boss Baby, though?
No.
They're not all good.
Why does everyone want me to see that movie?
It's actually a really funny movie.
That's what everybody says.
I watched it by myself and I laughed.
I'm not falling for anyone's trap.
I'm sorry,
I'm
I
not
watched
seeing
it
Boss
by
Baby.
myself.
Sounds like a suck afternoon.
I mean, I'm basically saying, I watched it by myself and I liked it. Had I watched it with somebody else, I don't know how I would have.
Oh, if you had watched it with someone else, I'd be like, this is fine, I guess.
This is stupid.
Society's implications just
baby?
changed my complete viewpoint on this fucking movie.
Wearing a suit? Not in this household.
Wow, revolutionary. Get over it.
Death is not a skeleton. It is a man in a suit.
Okay.
Podcast number 3.
Podcast number 3.
I'm going to say my name is Chris. My favorite color today is purple. And I think what happened in September was a travesty. And Saddam needs to pay the price.
Saddamna.
What the fuck did you just say?
I think what happened in September was a travesty.
And Saddam needs to pay the price.
Saddamna.
I'm Katie. I'm a double chocolatey chip frappuccino with whipped cream and extra drizzle on top.
Jizzle.
We're on the playground.
Get that white jism glaze in there.
Oh, that was enough.
What?
Oh. My name's Veli. And, I'm really kind of jealous of small animals with, pet beds.
Pet beds.
Oh my god, no, same.
I just wish I had one for me.
You could buy a hamster and a Barbie dream house and make that hamster's fucking life.
Wait.
Did
But
anyone ever think of that?
I can't have the hamster.
Why?
Because I'm allergic.
Grow up. Get a fucking guinea pig, dude.
I'm literally so allergic to guinea pigs.
You babysat a guinea pig for...
And I puffed up like a fucking red-ass marshmallow.
Puff on this.
I had to take Benadryl twice.
I had to take
Benadryl.
I had to take a leave, and I've never been the same. I had to take Benadryl. Like that's some life-altering decision. I had to get surgery.
I had to shoot an EpiPen in my eye.
In my eye.
That's gross.
Okay.
It saved my life.
Before the podcast, we were just talking about outrageous lies that people have just said with the utmost confidence.
Oh, God.
And just everybody around them knows that they're shitting except them. They're shitting. They're shitting. Does anybody have one to start off with?
I have a story. about a person who lied. Me.
It was fucking me.
I used to lie all the time as a kid because I was a lazy sack of shit and I never wanted to do anything for school. So
You used to be a lazy sack of shit.
You're stupid and ugly. So how about you simmer down there, buddy?
Oh my god!
I can't believe you used to be a lazy sack of shit.
So when I was in elementary school, right, I never wanted to do work. Ever. And even now I still don't want to do work, but I have to begrudgingly do everything. So, but my favorite story when I was a kid, I think I might have been in 5th grade at this point, which I think might have been like my worst year to date.
Can I ask a question really
Yeah.
quick? Were you guys in middle school or elementary school in 5th grade?
5th grade, I was in elementary school. Middle school for me started at 7th and 8th grade.
Okay. Our middle school... Sorry to cut you off.
okay.
I'm just saying because that's so weird because my middle school was 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Some places
What?
do that.
Yeah,
Some
and
places
it's
do
so
that.
weird
Ours
to...
was 7th and 8th.
Yeah.
Everything else was
It's so weird to
elementary.
other people because that's the normal is 7th and 8th because that's like junior high, and then like what is it like 1st through 6th grade is like
Yeah,
elementary school, and then 7th, 8th is junior
Right.
high, and then high school. No, like you had like 10-year-old kids with like
19-year-old kids.
no,
Like 14, 13.
Like, yeah, I couldn't think of the age like 14.
Yeah.
And that's a big difference, especially during
No,
that period of
developmentally especially,
yes,
yeah,
like
yeah.
you know. So
Right.
that just
10-year-old,
reminded
you're gonna
me.
get kicked around.
But also, I mean,
Yeah.
that is kind of interesting, though, because I think that biologically it's understandable why they would do that, because, like, technically, like, children go through so many, like, bodily changes at that time. So it's like some children will
Yeah.
go through puberty at age 10,
Yeah.
and then some people actually won't hit anything until, like, 12, 13, 14. So,
Yeah.
like, it makes sense from that perspective, but also... let 10-year-olds be fucking kids, dude. Like, 13-year-olds and 10-years-olds, like, don't have the same fucking brain,
Yeah. No.
like, at all. Like, a 10-years-old, like, the 10-year-old kid still wants to play with their fucking Thomas the Tank Engine set, and a 13-year-old is just figuring out what his junk does. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, how about we all take a fucking break and, like, simmer down a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Continue with
Right.
your story.
So
before
I was
I'm
in 5th
sorry.
grade.
I did this. I'm sorry. Blame me.
So I was in 5th grade, and I used to never want to do work. Ever. For anything. I did not care. I didn't... As a child, which I still firmly believe in it to this day, I'm a master's student at this point, okay? I know that's hard to believe, but that's where I'm at. When I was a kid... I do not believe that homework does jack shit. And I still don't believe that homework does jack shit.
Yeah.
If you have to provide homework to your children, it means that you are not capable to be able to teach them things in an effective manner in the classroom to have them continuously remember. Homework is stupid. Shut up. Anyway, when I was a kid, I was an avid believer in that. So I never did anything.
Nice.
But now,
it to the man.
Sticking it to the man. So... But now, the thing is that I would get in trouble if I said that I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I had to start making up lies about why I didn't do it. And there was one lie. And there was one lie that I think is my favorite lie I ever told. Because... So, I'm a third child, right? So I have 2 siblings in front of me. My sister is the middle, and then my brother is the oldest. I made up that I had another sibling,
Oh my god.
who was a younger sister of mine, who was the biggest bully under the sun. Like fucking Angelica from the Rugrats. Like, I wanted to fucking, like, punch her in the face.
You made
like,
up a younger sister.
I made up a
who
younger
bullied
sister
you.
who bullied the fuck out of me.
How young?
Like 5 years old.
And
was
you were-
like, I was like 9, 10.
5 years old. Wait,
Yeah.
What skills do you have at a 5-year-old?
You can draw.
Yeah, you can draw.
You know maybe your crayon colors.
You could
No, you know your crayon
9-year-old
colors.
belly.
Yeah, and you know how to fuck my day up.
I'm thinking 5, not 9. Sorry. No, I mean, I feel like you should know your...
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So now I made up this whole story. Now I'm a very dramatic person, obviously, and when
What you are? Oh my god, that's
anyway, so I thought of this story prior.
Oh, you had it preloaded.
Oh, I had a preloaded, like, in my Glock,
List.
ready to go.
like... Wow.
Like, I was ready.
I wouldn't say that.
Armed. Oh, you're right.
Glock at my elementary school.
Oh, I was a kid too. Oh, that's not making it better.
No!
That's It's fine. Everything's fine. It's not fine. I'm so sorry. America has a huge gun problem. I'm so sorry. So, okay. So my principal...
Okay!
My principal calls me in and says, Veli, why aren't you doing your work? And so I'm sitting there and I'm like looking around the room and I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, so like whenever I start to cry, I have to like, I like begin to like look around the room and because like, I'm trying...
principal trouble?
Yeah, I got in principal trouble.
Whoa.
So I'm looking at the room now because I'm trying not to make eye contact, but like I'm trying to like, I'm like doing it like sporadically to be like, oh my god, I'm like in like a panic, right? Mm-hmm. And she's like, Veli, I heard from your teacher that you're not doing work. Is that true? And then I start sobbing. Sobbing in that fucking room. And I'm like, my little sister set up a fort in my living room.
A fort?
A fort in my living room.
Veli's completely sobbing right now.
And she just like took my school books and like won't give them back to me.
A 5-year-old girl.
And like, I don't understand. I don't know what to do because like every day she's just at home and she just I'm sobbing.
Do you think your principal just couldn't keep their shit together? Like,
oh my god, no. Oh my god, no. My principal literally sat there and full on believed me. Everyone full on believed me. Oh. For about 4 days, they believed me.
This terror sister.
And now every single one of my teachers, because, you know, you had, like, your elective days and whatever, like, where you'd go to gym or you'd go to library or you'd go to music or whatever, each one would be like, you know, Veli, like, what if you did this and that? Or, like, something else, like, you know, to be able to, like, get your books back.
Oh my god, they tried to work with you.
Yeah, and I was like, I tried
to get your books back.
Yeah, from my little evil devil sister.
That you don't actually
Exactly.
have.
So then one day my principal finally calls my house and speaks to my mom, and my mom's like, no.
Your mom threw you
my mom,
right under the bus.
My mom
she
literally like
over.
literally bowling ball like shoop, like literally full on strike under the bus. She's like, Veli doesn't have a younger sister. I don't know what you're talking about. And my principal hung up that phone, and the next my teacher comes up to me,
Jesus Christ,
wordlessly, and she hands me a new workbook, and she goes, I expect all the work from this week to be done by this weekend.
Oh!
And I'm like sitting there, and I like stared at her, and I was like, okay. But then in my head, I was like, bitch, you thought I was not doing it before. You think I'm gonna do it now?
I didn't do homework for shit.
Yeah, like, I made up a whole story that you all fucking believe. You think I'm gonna do it now because you found out? No.
Did you do it? Did you end up doing it?
No!
I'll make my
What'd they
parents
do
have another
when you did
kid.
it?
They didn't do jack shit! They did not do jack shit.
See, I would have been really gullible as a principal, and I would have just been like, oh, maybe Veli meant like their older sister, not their younger sister. And like, oh, they must have just said younger sister instead, and I would have just kept going on with you not doing
Why
shit.
would you give some snot-nosed little 9-year-old the benefit of the doubt?
Excuse you, I was not snot-nosed, I just chewed on my arm sleeves a lot. Please relax.
I used to chew on my shirt collar.
Oh my god,
and I would
same.
come home with spit all over my shirt.
All over.
My mom was like, why do you do this? You look like an idiot.
I don't know, but my little sister's just so mean to me.
Flicking the
I have a
away.
little sister.
Oh, you do? That's funny.
That's why is that funny that he has a little sister?
It's pretty funny. I used to do weird shit to my sister.
Yeah?
But that sounds really weird.
Yeah,
okay.
that sounds awful.
Okay. So, like, I remember, for instance, just like, this is my idea of a prank when I'm little. Okay, so, like, my sister's room is right by the kitchen. So we had all the kitchen and dining room chairs in there. Mm-hmm. I thought it'd be so funny if I snuck around in the kitchen and stacked all these chairs against her door.
Is she in the room?
She's in the room. She's watching TV or whatever.
She's just relaxing, minding her own
There's
goddamn
a mountain
business.
of chairs just blocking her door, and she opens it and she goes, ah! Just hysterically starts crying because there's just shit in the way.
Was this like in the dark?
I just like quietly stacked all these
How
chairs.
old was she?
Yeah, but was like this in the dark or were the lights on or like?
Yeah, it was broad daylight.
Oh my god.
How old is she?
She's like a little girl. She's like under 10. I don't know.
She just opens with the doors.
But that's like my idea of a prank. I thought that'd be funny. So, Kingdom Hearts 3 footage is coming out abundantly.
Abundantly.
And at the current time of recording, Monsters Inc. World just got shown.
That good old
And
world.
I fucking hate the way they did Donald and Goofy dirty.
So dirty.
I don't... okay, I read a quote. There was a comment that I loved, and it was like, Kingdom Hearts is the dumbest shit, but I'm there for it day one.
Absolutely. 457%.
That's like really specific, and I love it.
Have you played Kingdom Hearts?
I have not, but I have watched my neighbor play Kingdom Hearts, and just from watching them,
Like
I
through a
really-
window.
Through the window? I thought the same thing. I watched him play the whole game. He was in his living room, and he had no
You're like
idea.
peeking in like, oh, get him.
Oh, cool.
Oh, they've been
Wow.
stuck on that level for so long. I'm so happy they finally beat it.
I hate the way they designed Donald and Goofy
Yeah.
because I feel like Monsters Inc. has a lot of like fun monster designs and creature designs,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of fun room to play with, but they just did Donald and Goofy so generically.
Want slime Goofy.
You got that from me. I want Slime Goofy more than anything.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
We were literally having this conversation, and I
were.
said, I want Slime Goofy,
Wait, what
and
is-
they didn't give it to me.
What is Slime Goofy?
Slime Goofy, they could have just, instead of making this green piece of shit that they made, they could have made him dripping slime, made of slime, like Muck. Muck, my favorite Pokemon. But no,
They
they
did
made
not.
this generic, lifeless man who is green and goes gah. And Donald is no better. They gave him one eye, and he's a blue little...
They look like
Shit.
They look like reject concept drawings of monsters that they wanted to make in the first movie, but then they fired that intern because they said, these designs fucking blow, Mark. They blow.
They look like like toys you'd find in the 99-cent store.
They look really dumb. They look dumb as fuck.
Sora, I'm not a fan of either, but I mean, he's got a little more work put into him.
He looks like a Hot Topic fursona.
Great.
Yes. If
Not great.
fucking this concept art came out 10 years ago,
fucking this
Hot
art-
Topic would be all over that Sora
my
design.
God.
Oh my god. He's like a furry with no pants on, with like emo bangs covering one eye. He's
Gerard Way, look out.
quite something.
My Chemical Romance.
Romance? Watch
I
out,
love
it's
that
Cat
band.
Monster Sora.
I literally My Chemical Romance.
Romance.
My Chemical Rayman.
My Chemical Bomberman.
Curse Away from the Nightmare.
Oh.
That's the second one. That's not even a real game.
That-
Curse Away from
What
the
the
Nightmare.
hell?
You tell me.
Honestly, I would have been happier if they were in suits.
Monster suits like Boo from the movie.
Loved it.
That would lovely.
What kind of suits?
I want to dress him up myself.
You heard the man.
I want to pull Donald's shirt up and give him a big kiss.
Right.
I want this to end right here. Please cut right here at Donald's shirt being lifted and it being kissed.
This becomes like a fucking Chris X Donald fan fiction.
Do it.
word.
Write
Oh
it.
my god.
Write
Oh my
it.
god, somebody fucking write that please and send it. Oh my god.
Donald licks his lips and I lick his saliva off of it.
Oh my fucking god.
What
His one
email?
eye just bats his so nicely right
He
at
winks
you.
with one eye.
Let's do it. Somebody start. Donald Duck.
I wish that I could do a Donald Duck impression. I can only do him being like hurt.
It was a beautiful summer's day when Chris looked outside
Oh, we're starting. Okay.
and he found a note attached to the screen of his window. He moved over
Screen of
so delicately and he pulls it off. For some reason, there was a fist punch through the screen, but he didn't pay any mind
who
to
did
it.
this to my screen?
He
I
yelled.
say delicately. What is this note say now?
He mentioned to himself quietly as to not wake up his mom in the other room. He opens up his note. He opens up the note.
What does this note say?
He opens up the note and he reads it in his crush's voice. He could tell that penmanship anywhere.
It's Donald. I press it to my chest and swoon.
He read the note with tears in his perfectly blue brown eyes. Blue-brown eyes. One of them's green, the other one is blue and brown.
Do you look in my eyes ever, Veli?
I look in them
What
every
friend
day.
are you? What friend are you, Veli?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm Veli.
Yeah, that's me.
I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
I'd appreciate what?
Okay.
Stay tuned for chapter 2.
I pick up.
Is that the end? Chapter 1, that's it?
This is what I got.
That's what we end with?
What kind of friend?
Chapter 2.
The fateful encounter.
Yes.
I go to my Minecraft high school the next day, and it's him. My crush.
He makes that noise, and he knows
His
exactly.
voice makes my lower body stand
He
still.
trembles.
My eyes roll back, and I am shaking with passion. I could not
He's
stand
never
the
felt like
silence
this.
between us any
You're
longer.
in public at your Minecraft high school. He walks into a room and just starts yelling at you, and your eyes are rolling back in your head in passion. There's teachers and school faculty taking witness to this happening.
They love
They
it.
join in.
They love it.
Everyone clapped.
And then everyone clapped. The tables clapped.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 2!
It's over. It's over.
The big romance.
We're in the gym locker room.
Okay. You're just writing it yourself now.
I'm writing it myself.
We're
Me
like
and
no
Donald
part
Duck.
of this.
I know, we have nothing to do with it.
We're in the gym locker room.
In the gym locker room.
Donald is changing
Changing.
Okay.
out of his diamond armor
Armor.
and into his gym uniform.
Uniform.
It's leather armor from Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Oh.
Yeah, because it retains sweat better
Oh, does it?
than metal. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Do you even play?
Even Minecraft, bro.
He drops his deodorant.
Oh my
I go
gosh.
to pick it up
Oh, look at this
for
on the
him,
ground.
and our hands touch. I'm freaking out.
Oh my god.
I am freaking out. We both look up into each other's face, and he goes, I'm stunned.
Chapter 4.
confirmed I peed myself. I'm sitting here in soil.
I'm sitting here in soil.
My stomach hurts so bad from laughing.
I'm sitting here in soil.
I'm sitting here in
I'm
soil.
soiled. I'm soiled myself in the gym locker room.
And Donald is right there.
Gym teacher, Mike Wazowski,
Oh my god,
comes
no.
in and he goes, he smells my soil. And he is approaching me fast. And the scent is on me.
Chapter 5.
And that's when
Chapter 5, I am vored by Mike Wazowski.
Wait.
And that's when the actual trailer for the new Kingdom Hearts game starts playing.
I'm in there.
Yeah, you're in there, yeah.
That's my whole story.
Yeah, that's...
I live and die in Mike Wazowski. Where's my spin-off game?
I mean, you can talk to them about it. Figure it out.
Like how Donald doesn't speak, he just makes guttural...
I can't do it that great.
I'm not even gonna try.
Can you wait, hold on.
No,
I just
no,
need you to try
that's
one time,
not-
just
no.
one time, just one time, just one time.
He just needs it one time, just one time, just one time, just one time, just one time.
Please, 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 and then we'll stop.
Okay, how do you do it? Like, what do you do with your throat? This is not gonna end well.
Just try. Just
Too
try.
goofy, then.
No.
No, I
No. No.
I just want to hear Katie try the Donald.
Just
I can't.
do
I
Donald,
don't know how to
please.
physically.
Please.
How do
Katie,
I physically do this?
Do it.
You hold your tongue and you go,
Do it. Katie can do it.
You know what, Polly D? I'm gonna need you to calm down for a second.
Calm down for a second.
You will be calm this summer.
This summer, down calming.
Down coming.
That's not even what I said.
That is
This
exactly what you
summer.
said.
Downcoming.
This summer, I sneak into my neighbor's house and I watch him play Kingdom Hearts alone in his bedroom. What happens next? I leave.
So one thing that I have not been to yet is Comic-Con.
What?
Okay.
Comic-Con's funny because there's a bunch of losers there and you get to laugh.
I think that's gonna stay. That's gonna make the final cut.
Yeah, that's absolutely gonna make the final cut.
My father's reaction to Comic-Con is priceless because he has no idea what's going on.
Was he there?
He
was
doesn't
there.
understand.
No, but all the fellow construction workers see everyone in costume just congregating at this building. And they have no idea what anything is. Like, you just show them any random anime character, and they're just like, huh.
Okay.
What a weirdo.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Can't believe people dress up like that. like
They dress that way? That's like
and
an
then
everyday
there's
look?
me. They talk to me about it. They're like, wow, those freaks going over there. And I'm like,
I am one of those guys.
want to know how I got these scars?
Oh, man.
No.
You went there.
I'm the Joker, baby.
You can stay there. The first time I ever cosplayed, I went to an anime convention in where was it? New Jersey, maybe?
In Fuck, New Jersey?
Yeah, in
That's my
Fucktown, New
favorite
Jersey.
place.
I was 20 years old in Fucktown, New Jersey, with a friend that I hardly knew,
Okay.
and we were cosplaying Dramatical Murder. Dramatical Murder
What's that?
is gay as fuck.
Nice.
It's gay as shit, dude. And I love it. I still kind of love it.
It's still there in my heart.
But my friend, I have to give her the most props because she never played the game. She didn't do jack shit about it. She just wanted to cosplay and, like, hang out.
Yeah.
And, so I gave her a character, and she just went with it. And, we got the wigs.
Wow, that's pretty ballsy.
She
you have to
didn't-
spend some money on a cosplay, too.
Yeah. And so we went. So she was Alba, I was Kojaku, right? So Alba has this bright ass powder blue multi-layered mullet hair, right? So we bought her that wig, got extensions, made it into a mullet, snatched. Fucking killed the game, right? I bought myself a wig, had a person style and cut it for me.
Wow.
What?
Is it expensive?
It was dumb.
Expensive dumb or just
No,
dumb?
Was it expensive? It was dumb.
it was. It literally was. So now, because we had no money to actually make this cosplay happen, we were like, oh my god, let's just do a fan service version of them. And we literally just made waiter outfits happen.
Yeah.
And that was it. So we were Alba and Kojaku in waiter outfits. Dumb as fucking shit. And it was so funny because we go to this convention in blistering 98 degree weather. Great band, by the way.
What?
98 degrees.
Okay.
I think
Right.
it was 40 today, but...
Anyway, so I think that the most embarrassing moment of it was that there was no other Alba there, but there was another Kojaku there.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were in full fucking garb.
Oh, they were in it to
They
win
were
it?
in it not just to win it, but they were born to be this. Born to be in it.
Their life goal.
Literally. And so I saw them, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. How exciting. Someone else who's into that. And so I went up to them, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. We're both Kojaku, whatever. And she was like, yeah.
Bitch.
And I was like, you fucking...
Bitch.
Little fucking... Shit fucking...
Bitch.
Stupid.
No.
But it was fine. We had a great time. But it was just really comical. I think that everything in retrospect is really, really funny. We hardly knew each other, and we just went and did this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started playing... I bought the remake of Shadow of the Colossus because I was really excited for it.
Yeah.
And just something that I never thought I would be into, I actually got into trying to speedrun it
Okay.
and stuff. I never thought I'd be good enough to start doing that, but it's actually really fun. It's kind of a fast-paced, puzzle, kind of, because, there's little tricks and nuances that you have to learn about each one, and,
Yeah.
you have to do it perfectly and stuff. It's really fun. That game's gorgeous. It's such a gorgeous, perfect remake of the PS2 one.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody's debating it, I would say go pick it up because it's only like $40.
It's a beautiful game, but I don't think I can ever look at it the same way from the last time that I consumed it. That portion of media in my life.
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Because I just realized that these beautiful creatures, these beautiful, immaculate, fucking gigantic things were just existing. Living, being there, and you fucking kill the shit out of them. And they're not trying to do jack shit except fucking exist. And you just come out of fucking left field with your fucking stupid sword and your fucking bow and arrow, and it's like, yo, fuck you, I'm trying to bring back my sister. And like, I didn't choose this. I didn't choose this life.
I know.
But now you have to kill me?
That's part of why it's so cool.
PETA
like,
would be all over this.
Dude, on like the third Colossus, you're like, why am I doing like these things aren't really coming after me, like why am I doing this? And then progressively as the game goes on, spoiler if you never played it,
What game is this?
Beep.
Shadow of the Colossus, you start getting like more and more sickly looking as you kill each Colossus and everything, and then
Oh my god, wait, do you die at the end?
no. I think what happened in February sucked.
What is your favorite Vine?
I never got into Vine at all. Vine just went way past me.
I was
I like
part
the
of it.
I like conceptually. I like it a lot, but I just like never had the app when it was alive. And
so sad.
yeah, it was sad. I live a sad little peanut life.
I definitely enjoyed the, like, when they were really famous in, like, whatever year, and it was really the big thing. I was part of it, and then after that, I lost interest, because I think a lot of, the Viners... That's literally what they're called.
Viners?
They are. They're called Viners.
Yeah, they were
Big,
called Viners.
funny, thick Viners?
Yeah, that's what they're called. Like,
Forces,
YouTubers are
at
called...
least.
But, yeah, no, they're called Viners, and I feel like eventually a lot of the same content was being made.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Or everybody was just kind of trying to make the next viral video with each other, with other people who had separate viral videos, and it just became forced. Like, very forced.
I mean, you had, like, Lily Pons, you had,
Don't
like
like
the
her.
Logan brothers,
Hate
you had,
them.
like...
Is that the Logan? That's where he came from?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're famous because of
The
Vine.
foul Logan man?
Yeah.
The nasty little low. Gin.
The Lows.
Logan.
Oh, wait, they're not both named Logan.
They're both ugly and stupid, though.
They really suck.
They have literally that, like, early 2000s skater's hair. That, like, will not... It's just, like, whoop, and it just, like, swipes the fuck out like they're wearing a fucking DC cap all the time.
And they took it off.
Yeah.
For, like, a minute.
Yeah.
No,
so
literally.
they have literally hat hair all the time, but that's just their fucking stupid face hair.
They don't put a hat on. They just wake up like
They just
this.
wake up looking dumb and ugly.
Yes.
Yeah. That sucks.
Literally don't like them. I
Sucks,
never
dude.
liked them. Oh my goodness. Okay, so little thing. You know how my post with my leg became famous?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can you talk about that?
Do you
Like a little bit? Yeah.
really
like,
want me to?
Yeah,
Like-
give context. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, so back when like Tumblr was like the thing to be on, I had made a post.
I wish it still was.
Yeah.
I kind of do, yeah.
wish it still
I
was.
kind of do. But I
So
had
Katie's like little minute of fame.
Yeah, I
was-
had like 1 minute of fame, and it was, I was on a Skype chat with my friend Megan, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like I haven't shaved in like a couple weeks, you know, because it was like wintertime or something, whatever.
You're
so
like, fuck it,
you don't, yeah, like fuck it. And I was like, oh, my legs are hairy, haha, get it, like hairy, like haha. And then I was like, wouldn't it be really funny if? And then so what I
Get
did,
it like Harry, haha.
so I literally, I'm not even kidding, like, how old was I? This was in, like, what? I was probably, like, I don't even know. I was young. And I literally went onto Google and printed out just papers upon papers of, like,
Multiple various
Harry
sizes.
Styles
Yeah.
with various sizes, and I cut them differently. And it was Harry Styles and Harry Potter and Prince Harry. And I just cut them in various sizes and just taped them to my leg.
Tape them to your hairy leg.
And I said, hey, like, I don't even remember my own saying, but I was like, hey guys, like, I haven't shaved in a while, like, my legs are hairy, like, whatever the quote is. And it just blew up. I remember, like, at one point it was up for maybe half an hour, and it had, like, 800 notes. And I was like, holy shit.
You know, I saw that post before I knew it was you.
Really?
I really did.
Oh, that's so funny. You know, that was me.
I can't believe that you literally own not only the Harry Potter franchise, but you also own Prince Harry and Harry Styles. I literally can't believe you own the entire Harry universe.
All in the universe on your leg.
Oh my god.
I do.
Name two other Harrys.
There is Harry from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Who's that?
The red guy.
His name's Harry?
Yeah, his name's Harry. I'm pretty sure his name's Harry.
Okay.
And I can't tell you another Harry.
Why? Is it a secret Harry?
No,
I mean, technically you could go for Harriet Tubman. If you knew her personally, Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know...
The bitch is dead.
Velly, that's really funny you say that, because I thought Harriet Tubman... I was thinking like Harry Tubman.
Harriet Tubman is confirmed in this room.
How come you never...
Don't do that. I just got so spooked. Like, oh my god, is she...
We're in a scary place.
Stop. Okay, now I freaked myself out. I hate it.
She freaked
the ghost of
Harriet Tubman is going to be here in this basement. Give Katie a little scare.
I am petrified of the supernatural, and now they're gonna come fucking kill me. Why am I doing this?
Oh my god.
Can we try summoning a ghost just to spook
No,
Katie?
I'm gonna leave.
not.
I'm gonna leave if we do that.
I have a
I'm not
Ouija
even
board
kidding.
upstairs.
Nope.
I will literally walk
That'd
home.
be funny to do.
I'm not doing that. I'm absolutely not. I'm so
not
here with
doing-
Katie
yeah,
on that.
I'm not doing that.
Cancelled.
I think a ghost should come here and prove it. Right
Maybe in like mid-daylight, like outside in the front lawn, not in a basement where it's dark and late at night. Outside
Why?
daylight, because that's when they want to get you. They're like, I'm a spooky little ghost. I'm gonna hide
That's
in
when
the
they
dark.
want to get you.
Yeah.
Can we talk about supernatural shit?
Oh my god! Did we talk about this on another podcast?
No.
Are you sure?
I think we talked about ghosts on every single one, but dude,
Okay, I don't remember if we did that. I don't want to say
we
it
will
twice
never
though.
break the chain.
Oh,
I think I
good
did
song,
that.
Fleetwood Mac.
Break the chain.
No, I definitely did talk about these stories on a different one.
Oh, I actually have a ghost story.
Oh.
Let's lay it on me.
Let's lay it on me. Okay.
Let's lay it on me.
So when I went to Salem, right? When I
okay.
came back, something like followed me back, right? And it was like a malevolent, like not good
How
spirit.
many years ago? Like how old were
Maybe like 2-3 years ago, something
you?
like
Oh,
that,
like
right?
kinda recent.
So there was like a few months time span where whenever I was on the phone with somebody, my phone would cut out and it would be both of us on the phone, right? But neither of us could hear the other person. It would sound like wind was coming through and then a woman screaming, right? So now the first time this happened, it's one, kind of funny, two, absolutely horrifying. So the first time this happened, because this happened maybe like 4 or 5 times, the first time this happened, I'm on the toilet, right? On the phone with my friend.
Woo!
So we're talking, right? And so like I'm just laying out like the biggest deuce, right? And I'm there. You know, like I'm on the toilet. And so now
Like mid shit.
I'm literally mid shit.
like shit's stuck in your ass and it's still coming out.
Yeah.
Like exactly like what you just
Like it
described.
hasn't dropped yet.
No.
It's hanging in there.
Okay, please. The phone cuts out,
saw.
right? This thing happens, okay? I freak the fuck out. I stand up, I hang up the phone, and I immediately knew that something was in the bathroom with me. So I literally run out of the bathroom, don't even look at the mirror because I knew if I looked in the mirror, something was going to be there. So I leave the room, right? Okay, and I'm freaking out, right? So picture me, 2 o'clock in the morning, running out of my bathroom in a hot sweat, panicking, no pants on, my booty's kind of poopy. Freaking out because this shit just happened. Literally, actually, this shit just happened. I'm losing my goddamn mind. I'm literally having a panic attack in the kitchen about this fucking thing happening. My mom comes in, she goes, "Why the fuck are your pants not on?" And I'm literally like, in like literally a fetal position on the floor.
Petrified.
I'm literally losing my mind. I'm like, "Mom, you don't know what just happened." Like this, and she's like, "I don't care what just happened. Go put on some pants. Why are you butt naked on the floor?" She couldn't believe me. She would not believe me. But I literally had a conversation with my friend the next day via, like, IM, right? And I was like, yo, what the fuck was that? And they were like, I don't know, but I was too afraid to ask you because I did not know what was happening on my end. God. And so after that, it happened like a few more times until I finally was like, you know what, this shit has got to end.
What'd you do?
I saged the fuck out of everything in my house.
Okay.
I cleansed everything like 47 times. I also made my friends, anyone who I was on the phone with during that time, also cleanse their shit, or I did it for them. And my parents then yelled at me for the next week because I made everything smell like a
stinky sage.
Yeah, a grandma's home.
Oh.
Grandma's home.
Grandma's home, yeah. Yeah, so that's my my ghost story, which is kind of funny, also kind of terrifying.
Yeah. Did you, like, when you were like, I'm getting the fuck out of here, like, in that moment, did you hear anything? Did you see anything? Like I know you said you, like, felt that somebody was in there with you, but, like...
I mean, aside from, like, what happened on the phone, no.
Okay.
But I just, like, knew.
Yeah.
You know, when you just, like, know.
The Sixth Sense.
Yeah. It was terrifying, and I hated it.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I'm terrified. I'm terrified of anything, like, supernatural or beyond being or anything. Like, if you say something about a ghost, I will believe you. Because
Tell me your theories on ghosts and spirits. What do you... Like, what is your theory? What do you personally believe that those things are? Do you think that, like, for example, do you think that that's a dead person trying to get in contact with... Or, like, dead people are just walking around us right now? Or what do you think a ghost necessarily is?
That's a tough one, actually. I think there could be, like, different things. I think some people think, oh, it's confirmed dead person, and they're just... They couldn't leave. Their spirit didn't go. Or
their energies walking around.
Their energies walking
like
around.
Okay.
Or I think people also think that maybe... It's, God has sent angels to walk the earth.
Okay.
There's a lot of theories, and a lot of people believe and say, oh, it's the angels, or no, it's the dead people, or no, it's just the spirits.
No, but what do you, Katie, personally, what do you think? Well, you're next, so.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I want to... I'm kind of conflicted with that, because in my heart, I really want to believe that when, like, good things happen, kind of something like that, not when you, like... hear stories of people being, like, possessed or whatever. I like to try and believe and think that it is, say, like, angels or, you know, like, good spirits that are just, like, hanging around, you know, that kind of thing, and they're watching you or whatever.
So there's, like, a religious connotation to it.
No, no, I don't want to... I mean, I say angels just because I think angels, like, good kind of thing as opposed to bad. You think spirits, you know, like, bad spirits... mine isn't religious per se. Mine is more of like...
A dead person's energy is still among
But in a good way.
Okay. Like, they're not malevolent.
Yeah.
They're...
But I guess I could say that about bad, too. You know, because...
They're grinners, we call them.
I guess mine would be more...
In the spirit circles, we call them grinners.
There's two kinds. There's grinners, frowners, and gritters.
There's two kinds, names three.
There's the kind that eat my frickin' Lunchables out of my lunchbox, don't know where they went.
I guess...
When I was a little kid, I couldn't afford the school lunches, and I would just eat the Lunchables.
Throw my parents away.
Just right in the trash.
Continue.
What do you think?
Oh. Of what ghosts are?
Yes, like, weird experiences that no one else can, there's no scientific proof for.
Well, I think that ghosts specifically are the leftover, like, residual energies of individuals who were once walking the earth, and they have not been able to seek out what it is that they were, like, so incredibly needing, like, in their time here. So, like, their energies and their forces, like, are still, like, walking the earth, and they're trying to, like, not necessarily find peace, but trying to find an ending. Like, trying to find this one specific thing that will give them that ending to be able to be at peace. Like, to be able to kind of, like, not have that tie to the world anymore. I don't think that everyone has a ghost, like, that exists on this plane. I feel like that only certain specific energies end up becoming that manifestation on the planet because they have such a dramatically intense tie to something in particular. That's why their energies manifest so intensely to continue to stay tied here.
Can I ask a question / add on to that? So, I believe that too. Like, they're still here because of, like, say, unfinished business or something like that. So, if right now, you know, something happened in Chris's basement where we saw something go by.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Was, you know, like, why are they here in this spot, like this house? Like, was it someone who lived in Pennsylvania and is specifically coming to Chris's basement? Or was it somebody who lived here, maybe died here, you know, like, is it necessarily pertain to somebody that was connected to this house? Or just a spirit traveling through, you know what I mean? Like...
I think that's a difficult question. I don't actually truthfully know the answer to it. I normally feel as though that certain energies are just tied to specific places. But also I think then again too, you know, some spirits roam random areas that like were specific to them. So like, you know, it's understandable that someone who, you know, like... who lived and died in Pennsylvania had a trip out here and say that one day, you know, Chris's house now used to be a place that, like, they used to run horses. I don't fucking know, but that was, like, such an important thing in that person's life that when they passed on, their spirit came back here because this is where they ran fucking horses. I don't know.
Yeah. They ran horses.
They ran fucking horses.
Come on, we're gonna let the horses run around.
I did see a post that kind of made me think on Facebook, and you know how when you watch, like, it did though. You know
Facebook made you think.
You know,
learn a lot on that Facebook, huh?
When you watch like ghost things on TV, like Ghost Hunters or anything like that, and it's always from the past.
Okay.
Like the past, like 1800s, early 1900s.
From the future.
I mean, theirs was more comical. Like, why do you see, like, the 1800s, like, you know, guy riding the horse and buggy, whatever, and not
when you see dinosaur ghosts.
Oh, that's true.
When you see animal ghosts.
Has there ever been a story about, like, somebody, like, seeing a ghost dog or, like, a ghost ferret or a ghost animal that they had?
Yeah,
it's always people.
You know what? I think people have seen their dead dogs or something. I think I've seen stuff. You remember those, like, really weird videos on, like, E-Bomb's World where it was, like, the ghost story, and then, like, a screamer would pop up, and like, stupid shit like that, where it was like, this person's dog is seen in the back of the car. This person's dog died 13 years ago. Stuff like that. Now, okay, does your...
like a girl with no eyes just, like, pops up like, ah!
Well, anyway, Valley, does your theory coincide with, if the person doesn't get what... It doesn't find what they're looking for, they start going crazy and start messing with the living.
Oh.
Like, okay. I can never, like, I can't attain what I need to form an end. I'm gonna go crazy and fuck some shit up.
Maybe they just naturally do it from not finding their...
Or they're going crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe they don't even know.
I don't think
that's where malevolent spirits come in.
Well, I don't think that a spirit is capable of actually becoming crazy. I think that a malevolent spirit already has that energy in existence. Like, if you're a malevolent spirit, that's it. Like, if you had that energy in your existence, if that energy was inside of you from while you were alive, that is, like, a very real thing, and that will continue on to perpetuate in the afterlife as well. I think that if you had, like...
So it's not just a ghost trying to try more extreme methods to get what it wants to get done.
No, because a ghost no longer has a consciousness. A ghost no longer has, like... A ghost only has, like... that thing that's keeping them there, like that's there, you know, like that's it. So a ghost no longer can think of things rationally. So like if a ghost could think of things rationally, be like, oh shit, yo, I'm a fucking ghost, bro, and then fucking dissipate into the ether and be like, fuck this shit, deuces, you know, like
fun would it be to be like a cartoony ghost?
Like it's just like a boop, yeah,
like Casper.
Yeah, like well, Casper's a sad story.
Oh my god, yeah.
I actually don't believe in ghosts and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. Like, I think the theory that I find myself believing a lot is the multi-dimensional theory.
Okay. Can you elaborate?
I was about to...
Where there's several different dimensions happening I guess all around us in a way to say. And it's just like things spilling over from...
like overlapping, kind of?
Something like that, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I could explain it better. But things spilling over from the other timelines or dimensions that are happening around us. I guess it's a more sci-fi belief, but... I don't know. There's some kind of... I guess I've never had, like, an experience myself to really make me, like, pop in and believe that.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I never, ever, ever had an experience, and I was kind of like, oh, I, like, never had an experience to make myself, like, believe. I've heard other people say they've had experiences, you know? But the second I literally, like, when I shared my story of... I literally heard, like, fire in my ear, like, crackling, like, the wall, it literally sounded like it was evil, it wasn't good. And when I was hearing, like, I'm gonna sound crazy, but, like, I heard voices in my head, like, and whispers, and they weren't, like, I couldn't make words out of it, but it just, like, it was just evil, you know, and I felt it in my heart, and I was petrified, and I didn't want to, like, turn around in bed and look at the wall, because I was afraid I was going to see what I was hearing.
Right, yeah.
And so I was kind of like, I'm going to actively choose to not look, to actively choose to ignore it, even though I know I can hear it.
Yeah.
And I didn't turn around, and that was, like, the only time where I... like, felt really scared and really, like, fully believed in, like, there's, like, other things that are not you as a human, me as a human, dog, animal, there's something else. I did believe in ghosts, but that was, like, a moment where I was like, you know, I didn't see a shadow go by or anything. I heard, you know, these things, and that was crazy to me. You know, like, I heard my roommate share a story how she saw a shadow and heard voices as well.
Yeah.
And... we both had the connected in the house, hearing voices, hearing, like, clear as day.
Yeah.
So that was really creepy and scary, and that really made me go, oh my gosh, we're living in a world where it's not just humans and animals. There's something else, and I don't know what it is. You know, so...
I think my reaction whenever I hear ghost stories or superstitions or stuff like that is to break it down and make it silly. Like Joey on the last podcast told a story where he can't have his shoes on the floor.
Oh,
in a V shape.
Yeah.
So in my head,
just, like,
I'm
knock
just
him
like,
into another way.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm a ghost. I'm looking for V-shaped shoes.
Specifically,
I'm gonna scare the heck out of anybody who leaves their V shoes in the hall. Like, it's just like,
fuck, he knocked him out. I can't even. Oh my
fuck,
god.
I was so close to a V shoe. I could have scared him real good, and that's all I want to do. Like that.
300 years.
Scare him real good. It's been so long.
It's
been so long.
Okay.
V shoe.
Wait, do you think ghosts have a concept of time?
No.
No.
Not even a little bit.
I don't really...
Like, if they died in 1800s and all of a sudden it's 2018 and say they're still here, do you think they understand it's 2018? Nope. Do they follow the times, or do they think it's still... they're in 1800s?
I definitely still believe that they're, like... because there's so many stories that I've heard and, like, things that have gone on of, like, people hearing sounds of, like, certain like, people walking through walls and things like that, and then when they actually look at the old schematics of, like, the floor plans of, like, houses, it actually used to be that way.
That stuff's really cool.
They know the root of what they knew.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, okay, have either of you ever had a night terror?
Yes.
I have never had one,
I have
and I've just heard so many stories where I'm kind of terrified to have
one.
one.
Like night terror or, like, sleep paralysis?
Sleep both.
Both horrible.
I'm literally gonna die if I have a sleep paralysis.
You want to hear some crazy shit?
Okay.
Okay, so...
well, that's what we're here for.
Okay,
well, Joey. You guys know Joey.
No, I have no idea.
What the fuck is that?
Diana's sister, Victoria.
Love her.
Lovely.
Lovely.
What's it called? They had never met before, but just both of them, just from separate accounts, I know that both of them have had sleep paralysis and night terrors. So they just met, and they're in my back seat, and we're driving somewhere, and they tell this story where they both had the same night terror. Like, that's
crazy.
So Joey described... I wish he was here to tell this, but he told a story where a man was in his room and just had a projector or something, and on the projector was just showing just gruesome death scenes. And Victoria, Diana's sister, turns around and goes like, I've seen that same fucking thing. Like, down to the bone. Like, how did two separate brains who've never met each other think of the same, like, have the same thing, like,
That's
happen
crazy.
to them during a time of sleep paralysis like that? Like, and you just wonder, like, how many other people have seen the same thing, or...
Well, I think that when it comes down to that, so, in, like, now maybe this is, like, I might sound a little, like, you know, whatever, but, like, so whenever it comes, like, to dreams, and whenever it comes to, like, you know, terrors or whatever, like, you know, it all comes down to dreams, you know, it just depends on, like, you know, the actual content and the way that your body is, like, autonomally, is that a word? Sure. Fine.
Today it is.
Yeah,
right
fine,
now.
Great. That it, like, defines it to... whatever. Automata. That it makes it, like, classified to be a different sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, obviously in night terror, it's something really terrifying. It causes you, you know, like, to feel, like, certain emotions in that, you know, moment that you can't get away from. Your body's in a complete paralysis, you know, so on and so forth. That's not very different than an actual dream, but a dream doesn't make you feel those things. So, when it comes down to a dream, you know, everything means something symbolically to your unconscious, and something always relates to something else to why you're thinking things or feeling things in that moment of something that's going on in your life, and so on and so forth. And there's, like, for example, it's like, you know, obviously this might be, like, that sounds a little bit more specific, but it's like, you know, how many people have dreams where they literally just, like, you know, they're like...
fall off a cliff.
Right, like, they immediately fall off a cliff, and in the middle of them falling off the cliff, their teeth are coming out of their face. You know, like, that's also very specific, but a lot of people have that.
Yeah.
You know, there's also dreams that people have that, you know, like, that, like, they walk out of their bed, and then there's just a huge sinkhole that happens, like, in the middle of their house, and they just fall right the fuck through, and everything just sinks right...
Whoa!
You know?
You just reminded me of a dream I had when I was really young.
You're welcome.
I still remember it.
You're welcome.
That's probably what you had. One of those, like, typical, I guess, dreams.
Maybe I did have a night terror. I had a nightmare where I pulled my bed away from the wall, and because I was going to get something, and I noticed there was, like, a tear in my carpet. So I pulled the tear up, and then just these black beetles just started like swarming out of it. And then I, like, pulled the thing back more, and it was just a hole to my basement where all these beetles were just coming out of it.
Oh my God.
It was horrible.
Horrifying.
Terrifying.
Yeah, but like, these are things, though, that you can want to find, like, within other people's dreams, and it means something.
Yeah.
There's something there. You had an emotional intensity in that moment that dream happened that related to your actual real life and what you were going through at that time. Something or other that it's like, it's playing off of something that's going on in one way or another. So, like,
an emotion you had, a feeling, or a fear you had.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything at all. It's your unconscious playing back into it. It's trying to send you messages. It's trying to send you something.
Dreams are so cool.
Dreams are really fucking crazy.
Now, I think dreams are so crazy and stuff. But, like, why do you think they happen? Why, like, is your dream different than my dream? Is it because we have a different brain?
I always thought it was, like, brains just trying to occupy themselves while your body's off.
Well, sometimes,
Like,
yeah.
while it's relaxing.
Like,
it makes
sometimes.
Not
well,
relaxing, but it's just, like, it needs something to do.
something,
while-
Well, every night when you go to sleep, even if you don't remember it, you are having
Yeah,
dreams.
you have several dreams.
Yeah, like, you are always having dreams.
crazy.
Always, always, always. You don't always remember it, though. But...
I honestly haven't remembered my dream in a really long time. Like, it takes a lot for me to remember my dreams. Do you guys have that?
It either has to be really
Yeah.
scary or, like, really... Like, I literally had a dream where it was kind of cool, but I literally had a dream where in the dream I could feel just how much I love Dylan Sprouse. I'm not kidding. I'm literally... I'm not, like,
I love that.
I'm
I'm
not
loving this
fucking
direction.
joking. First of all, Dylan Sprouse, if you're listening to this,
Love
you
you,
are
babe.
a good human.
Love you, B.
You are not
I
a
can
fake
assure
Barbie
you, Dylan
bitch.
Sprouse is tuning in. Katie, what are the odds you at Dylan Sprouse on Twitter and show him this episode?
52.
52. Mm-hmm. Okay.
47.
Oh, wow.
That was close. That was close.
wicked close.
Wow,
That was really close.
like
But no
4,
cigar.
5, 6, 7. That was 4 numbers apart.
Yeah.
Wow, that
Yeah.
was really close.
That was close.
That was really close. That was funny. I like that. What are the odds that you do it, Chris?
Fuck. 25.
Okay. 14.
23. Okay.
I forgot what I was going to say.
I love that game.
I like it. It's like...
It's scary.
Yeah.
What are the odds Velly does it?
Oh,
Me?
yeah.
Why am I being dragged into this? 75.
75?
75.
You're that scared to at Dylan Sprouse?
I'm not scared. I just don't want to.
I don't think Billy cares
I don't
enough.
give a flying dahoozy about
If
it.
you don't give a fuck, just say 10 or something.
Don't peer pressure me.
That's part of the game.
You
Alright.
dumb nut, dumb idiot.
Are we both gonna do it?
It's never
and
been
make the
done.
odds better?
Okay.
Sure.
It's never been
I got
done.
it. Alright, are we ready?
Okay.
Really?
Are we doing
75?
it on 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, I'll do the...
It's
I'll
1,
do
2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's 75. You don't want to go lower than 75. Katie didn't even go that
Sure,
low.
fine. 15.
15!
15. Okay. Are we ready?
Okay.
No.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
1.
Fuck. Fuck. Both of you.
I'm so mad.
My ass can be eaten by the both of you. Thank you very
I'm
much.
vegan, but thanks.
Billy's gonna
you're
kick
not.
your ass. He'd lick it before he
chicken
kicked it.
You can lick it before you kick it.
Same here, I'm sorry.
I literally think...
Lick it before you kick it.
I literally think it was so funny how I started talking about Dylan Sprouse and how, like, I was
We
explaining...
went off. We
Yeah,
went off.
I was explaining
We were
the
having
story.
a really interesting story.
I
Chris
know.
Angel was freaking our minds, like freaking.
Chris Angel was
Oh my
freaking...
God.
My Frank!
Chris Angel is so funny. To
He's
me.
from Long Island.
I don't
Is
give
he?
a.
Yes, he's from,
My mom
he's
has-
from East Meadow.
My mom has such a fucking crush on him, and
Still?
I know
is
that.
he alive?
He's like...
Well, she had.
Is he okay?
He came to visit.
He came to you know him personally?
He came to visit Long Island. He came to visit a Harley Davidson, and my mom was like,
Lost it.
"Chris, we gotta go. Chris Angel's gonna be there." Like, she has a big crush on him. He's so funny. He's like a grown man, and he's going, "Yeah, I'm a magician. I'm gonna freak your mind."
Yo,
Like,
I'm literally the nasty, grimy Vil Vallo of the world. I'm a horrible Spencer's knockoff of the band Him.
Spencer's knockoff. He has a music video where he screams
He's
in a
screaming
desert.
in a desert.
Mind freak! How embarrassing is that?
Literally.
Can you imagine being the person who goes,
You-
yeah, I filmed that.
Yeah,
That was my
but they're,
biggest
proud
project.
Of it.
They're
Like,
proud of it.
Can you imagine going, I married that? He's probably got a wife and kids. Can you imagine? That's
His
my dad.
son has terminal cancer.
My freaking
Does he?
mind.
Yes.
I thought he was a magician. He can't get rid of a little cancer.
Oh, wow.
Fucking big ass beat
we
right
have to,
there.
We have to cut that out.
It was still funny, but
You're
that's so
editing.
fucked up. You gotta edit that out, buddy.
What is the grossest thing, like, that makes you cringe and retch? Like, what is the grossest thing you've ever seen on the internet?
That is a big
That's a lot
question.
of- Yeah.
You might have to pinpoint that. I've seen lots of things.
Yeah.
For example, I think it was on
What
Reddit
year?
or something. People saving their cum or putting it's disgusting
I mean,
to
people
me.
cook with it. They genuinely
What?
do.
That's enough. I didn't know that.
No,
I didn't
literally,
know that either.
there's
But I
an
didn't know that.
entire cookbook
But with cum.
with...
That is the most
Semen.
disgusting thing I've ever heard. Oh
I'm,
my
like,
god.
I'm not kidding.
Where are you getting it?
I didn't get it anywhere. Oh, the semen?
I can get it anywhere.
I thought you meant the book. I was like, Amazon, real quick. I can have a 24-hour delivery tomorrow.
Okay, people saving their cum. I've seen people have little mason jars and they put like a My Little Pony inside
Yup.
and then they just
Ew,
cum on it every
what?
day.
Yeah.
Or like 2-liter soda bottles that they've drank all the soda and then they just cum and
Okay.
they fill it and they label it and it
So,
that is the grossest shit I've ever seen.
Grossest shit I've seen online
Besides,
ever.
like, I feel like I see gore a lot, especially on my
gore is
Facebook.
such a cop out.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, we know
I
that.
see it and then I exit out. It's
Yeah,
just
like,
like,
that's
all right,
nuts.
Yeah,
that
like you
sucks.
uncover the photo
Yeah.
and then you...
That sucked that I had
Yeah.
to see that, but
Yeah.
whatever. I see it for like 1 second, or sometimes I'll get really morbidly curious and I'll like inspect it and I'll be like, all right.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think it's actually necessarily gross. I just really didn't understand what was happening because I began to really question, like, so I saw, it was a porno, right?
Like that somebody just uploaded to Facebook?
Who calls it a porno?
Or like on the internet, I guess.
I'm literally 45. Shut up.
What is this, the 80s?
Yes, god damn it.
I saw a porno.
So I was watching a pornographic film, and so in the video, there's a girl, right, and she's like sitting on the floor and whatever, and so like I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, and it starts out like fine, and she's like diddling her tootsies or whatever.
Doing her thing, yeah.
Yeah, she's
blowing her whistle.
Right, having a great time.
Blowing
having a
her
great
whistle.
time. And then a lot of tentacles started coming in.
Oh no. Oh my god.
now,
From where?
Now, mind you, this is live action. This isn't a hentai. This isn't a cartoon. This isn't anything else. This is a real
human flesh.
real human person being alive and breathing, has a heartbeat, existing in the world, was recorded.
It's a heartbeat.
And there were just so many tentacles.
Now, were these like puppet tentacles? Were they real octopus tentacles? Like, what are we talking
I
here?
honestly really wish I could tell you. I actually don't
Did they
remember.
look real? How big were these?
They were large. Maybe they weren't real now that I think about it.
Giant squid tentacles? Like
I don't know, but I don't think that they were real, because I remember myself really thinking, because I began to and I was really watching this, thinking of it from a cinematic point of view of being how many people are doing this right now? How many hands are coming in out of left field? How many silicon tentacles were created out of molds to literally barrage this poor woman from multiple directions?
Did they go inside of her?
Yes.
Okay.
Multiple angles.
Oh my god.
Different sizes. Every orifice you could think of.
Oh.
All of them. All of them.
In her nose and her ears?
Well, maybe not those.
Oh, you know what Billy's talking about.
You
In
know.
her pussy?
Wah, wah.
That was really good. Oh, no.
In her big funny whistle?
Yeah,
What
and
was
their big
the-
Daffy Duck.
What have you seen on the internet, Chris?
I told you, people saving their cum. It disgusted me.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Yeah.
That's pretty gross. I don't like
Things
that.
with cum, just ugh.
Yeah.
Come is
Or people
interesting thing.
acting disgusting. I browse our cringe almost every day.
Oh, okay. You know what's one thing that I don't understand, speaking about this, okay? Inflation.
Oh, there's some weird porn out there.
Yeah, that is one
Explain
thing.
it to me.
Okay, there's a lot. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay, there's a lot of fetishes and kinks that while I may not necessarily get behind, I can understand for some reason
Sure.
why it
you
might
could
be
go into that some with an open mind. I feel like me
Right.
and Deli have been on the fun side of DeviantArt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Katie, have you?
I
It's just
really know.
what are people into? Let's go to deviantart.com/Sonic.
And then regret it immediately.
You could type in Sonic on Google, on DeviantArt.
You can literally just type in the letter S. And then immediately Sonic, awful fucking inflation 4 furry fucking hentai is gonna fly at you from 15 directions. And you're not going to know what to do, or which one to click on first, because you kind of get curious after a while. Okay, we're going to preface this entire segment saying that we do not want to kink shame anybody. We do not want to make anybody feel, well, maybe a little bad, but no, I'm just kidding. We don't want to make anybody feel bad for whatever it is that they're into. It's fine. But just some of the shit.
Imagine what kinks would be without the internet. Nobody would have. If you wanted to get really into giantism or inflation, you had to draw it yourself. There was no internet. There was no nothing. You didn't have that in common with anybody. There would have to be inflation groups or something.
Well, I think that there are these certain things that kinks start from somewhere.
But I feel like the internet came out and just...
Oh, I mean, the internet definitely exacerbated it.
Flew everywhere.
Oh,
I think it made it easier too, because it's you can literally go on two sites. There's FetLife, or you can literally go
There's
onto Tumblr,
leopard
Facebook.
people. There's people with tails. If people had udders. There's everything under the sun.
That's literally all underneath furries, but that's fine.
There's
There's leopard people with tails, and people with udders.
Is that what I said?
Literally all underneath furries.
There's there's stone golems, there's
I feel like
giant women that you crawl around inside like a Chuck E. Cheese playpen thing. It's bananas. And I feel like there was no outlet for these people, or they didn't even know that they had this until the internet came and went, oh, I've never seen a picture of Obama shove a anime girl in his ass. Like, I'm way into that.
Oh, wow. Like a gerbil just fucking filching up in there.
Where can I find that picture, though?
Oh, wow.
I just made that up. I just made that up right now, but I guarantee that's real.
I'm sure that there's something out there.
Am I able to look this up really quick?
It just went wild.
No, but okay, so this is sincerely what I think, right? This is what I think. Is that I think that there are certain things that were, like, innately within certain individuals. Like, okay, being stepped on, right? That's not too crazy or too outlandish to think about as, like, a kink. Like, that's like a, you know, like, oh, like, I was getting frisky with someone and, like, you know, oh, we kind of slipped a little bit and they stepped on me, but, like, I kind of thought it was really hot, so, like, you know, like, it just came, like, it came to be, right? It's like, that's, like, not too crazy to think of. Like, that's not too wild. But I think what the internet did...
That's in the realm of reality, though. A person can step on another person.
Exactly. I think that the internet exacerbated certain things to such a degree where things just became, like, way too wild. Like
a giant person. There's no such thing as a giant person. Like, but the internet made that.
I think that there's certain things that becomes, like, damaging for somebody. I personally feel as though, especially when it comes, like, to kinks and fetishes and things like that, whatever, because I feel as though that after a certain point of time of, like, you know, say that you start out with just, like, oh, thing, like crushing stuff is kind of hot, you know, like, okay, you got stepped on by somebody, but then it's like, that's not enough. So then it's like, the next thing is, like, you want to be stepped on somebody who's, like, 4 times your size, but that's not enough. So now you want to be stepped on somebody with heels on, okay, but that's not enough. Now you don't want to be stepped on, you want to watch someone else be stepped on by somebody else who's even bigger than that, and then you continue onward until it's, like, this gargantuan human being with, like, huge shoes that, like, is actually actively harming a person and possibly killing them, or, like, you know, and this is obviously, I'm talking extremities, but there are people out there who, like, in their head, fetishizing and kink, like, having this concept that ends up being very damaging on other people, but it starts out from something that's, like, very not damaging, but the internet really exacerbated and, like, brought out the really traumatizing aspects of, like, kinks and fetishes and things like that. And I personally, being someone who studies, you know, and works as a therapist, you know, there are certain traumas that are embedded inside of a person's individualized sexual kinks and fetishes that, like, are not fully perceived or actualized in their own head, or as to why that they find certain things to be sexually enticing or sexually attractive. You know, and that's not me saying that, like, oh, like, a furry has, like, trauma. Some people think that shit's hot, and that's fucking fine. Like, if you're not hurting anybody, like, or hurting yourself or anything like that, like, that's great. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, or at least make sure that all parties are consenting and that nobody's, like, being fucked up against their will or whatever. But then there's some people who find that shit hot that is against somebody else's will, or is, you know, like, whatever. So I think, like, that stuff is when the internet really brought out the really bad stuff. Like, and I'm thinking of, like, the dark web, and I'm thinking of, like, you know, things that, like, people actually pay, like, money for, like, snuff films, and I'm thinking of, like, you know, people literally dying in films because that's, like, somebody's kink. You know, like, that's what I'm thinking of. Not like somebody who's like, oh, I think a balloon rubbing up on me is hot. Like, that's, I don't care about that. Like, that's fine.
Pool toys.
Right, like, that's fine, dude. Go to Walmart. Go to fucking Five Below. Go to Five Below. You could get, like, 15 inflatable whales. And you have a great fucking time.
Imagine having a raging hard-on and you go to Five Below to alleviate yourself.
You literally find, like, 37
it's like going to the grocery store while you're hungry. It's
but you just go into the inflatable section.
Five
like,
Below.
Oh my god.
This is my life.
Oh my god. And you just lose it.
I was listening to a podcast where they were actually touching on a very similar subject where it was like, because of the internet, if you're into, like, people eating your shit, you can meet a girl who's into eating your shit. Like, but, like, I don't know how many, like, people have a hard enough time dating, like, you better treat that girl very well.
You better treat her like fucking gold.
It's really hard to find someone else who's into eating your shit.
Men who would be into that, you know,
Yeah, like, scat stuff. I'm
No
sorry.
thanks.
Oh.
I cannot, and I refuse.
You know what's one of my favorite not safe for work videos? It's called Cake Farts.
Oh, I knew you were going to say cake farts. Cake farts is very comical.
If you're in a... Okay, listeners, if you're in a setting
farts.
where you can watch a not safe for work video, I think it's on Pornhub, and just go there
farts.
and type in cake farts.
You
Do they just fart on cakes?
It's just this woman. I know the whole video. She's okay. So there's a chocolate cake, ready, in the middle of the counter, and she looks at the camera and she goes, "Let's get this done." And she goes and she pulls her pants down. She positions herself above this cake.
At minute 2, 35 seconds and 44 milliseconds
She
in.
puts her ass on this cake and just goes.
Like she farts on it.
She farts on this cake and then just goes, like she's getting any kind of pleasure from farting on cake.
Like, farting on this cake.
It
on
is
this
so
chocolate cake.
fucking funny to me. Me and Diana were watching Cake Farts and we were just dying because she goes, "Let's get this done," and Diana just goes, like there's a task that needs to be filled.
Yeah.
There's a cake that
There's an
needs to be
objective that
farted
needs to
on.
be
Oh,
finished.
okay, I did it. Check.
Yes.
Next.
Get this
Just
done.
spit on it next.
It's the
Alright, got a
it's
Thanksgiving
the
fart now.
funniest thing.
Gotta pee on it a little bit while I'm there.
Yeah.
No, she just farts on a chocolate
Oh,
cake.
that's upsetting.
And she goes, "Oh," like it's
giving her-
pleasing to
it's-
her.
yeah.
and
I-
it's so funny.
I have watched
is
a
very
video,
funny.
and I really don't know how I came across it, where it was a girl who was not farting on a cake, but she was farting in a person's face.
Fart porn is so fun. Like that'll
It's-
never not be funny to me.
I literally...
Just because we're literally 12 years old and farts are funny.
But
Yes.
I will be in my room and I will be like, toot a little bit and I'll be like, to myself.
Yeah,
I
'cause of the
couldn't
cat.
imagine having
Yeah.
a camera guy, maybe somebody else there that's watching. How do other people have like a straight, like, how was the cameraman like, not like, oh fuck, we gotta cut. Candace, do it again. Like,
We need a cameraman. And we'll
Mark,
laugh
shut the fuck up, Mark.
I'm gonna fart your way, Mark.
But the women fart and then they just go, "Oh."
Like, it's really
It's so fucking funny to me, dude, because I am 12 and it's so funny.
Because farts are fucking funny.
Like, there's this one where, I don't know the name, Cake Farts has stuck with me for many years.
Cake farts is like an OG.
Cake Farts belongs in a museum.
Yeah, literally play cake
Where it
MoMA,
plays on a
if you're
projector.
listening.
And old men come in and they go, "Ah, yes.
Right.
Oh, see that?
The way her supple ass cheeks just caress that chocolatey, moussey,
Now that was a very artsy move.
that maraschino cherry that just flies right out of her butthole.
But there's
Oh,
this
see,
one.
I was thinking it got sucked right up there.
Oh, but see,
Guys,
have you ever
not
farted
that
before?
deep. It's not that deep. There's no cherries. There's no peeing. It's just farting on a cake. And that's all it needs to be, Cake Farts. It's like 2 minutes long. Watch it. It's a ride.
Is it in like really grainy quality?
Watch
it's, like,
it.
older.
It's a ride.
Let's get this done.
Let's get this done.
Wait, no, what else does she say?
How long is the video?
She goes, "You want to know what I like the most?
Oh.
Cake Farts. Let's get this done." I'm just
Cake
for the
farts.
podcast, I'm pulling up Cake Farts on Pornhub.
Oh my god. Yeah, just for the podcast, because Chris isn't like actively watching this at least once a week.
There it is. See? Pucker.
Let me see. Is that her butt?
Oh my god.
It's her butthole.
Oh, this is happening.
Did she shave it?
Yeah, dude, she's great. See, there's...
For her.
Okay, so it's 1:58. I was close. I said 2 minutes.
Wow, you're 2 seconds off, dude, and you call yourself a fan.
Who makes square chocolate cake? That looks like a really bad
She made it
Tootsie
to
Roll.
fart on. She doesn't care. Oh, imagine they eat it.
She made it to
You know what I like the most? Cake farts.
I told you. Let's get this done.
Let's get this done.
How
This is like an
am I
amateur
gonna
video.
do this?
And she's like, hey, honey, you know what would be really cool?
I think I'm gonna have to get nice and comfortable for this one.
Oh.
You learned so much about this woman.
Why do you say, why don't we do it?
What?
What do we say while we do it? I don't know what she's saying. Fuck yeah! Look
Oh
at
my
this.
god!
Right on the cake.
That's stuck on her fucking...
She's got a nice pucker there.
Okay, but how gassy do you have to make yourself to, like, constantly... Oh, my God!
Let's get this done.
Is she gonna poop herself? All done.
I sat on a cake. Mission accomplished. Like, why'd she do that?
I want to know how much money she made on that. Does she make money currently still on that?
Why did
How many
she
views does
sit
it have?
on a cake?
How many views? Oh my God.
She sat on a cake. Like, she gets up with cake all over her ass. Like, and then what? Mission accomplished.
So, like, I could see how, like, sitting on a cake and having, like, cake on your ass would be, like, hot maybe to eat off of. But to fart on it? Like, her butthole protruded out of her.
This is life. That's what your butthole does when you fart. You just don't have a camera looking at it.
That was a trip.
It's a ride. It's a cool video.
Is there, like, an extended version, though?
I wish.
I hated it. I loved it.
It's iconic.
It is. It is definitely iconic.
Velly is just silent.
I think Velly is still trying to process what was just seen.
It's
funny.
Relived a piece of history, is what just happened.
For, like, the first time, though.
No, I've seen cake farts before.
Here you go, buddy.
Oh, you've seen that video before?
Oh,
I have not.
absolutely.
I have not. This is
Cake
the first
farts
time.
is a defining point in my life. I remember when I saw cake farts for the first time. I was 13 years old, and I saw it off of E-Baum's World when I was 13 years old.
Was it E-Baum's World? Maybe that's
It
where
was
I saw
E-Baum's
it.
World, yeah. That was exactly where you fucking saw it. Yeah. So me watching this again right now just brought me back to my family computer room, sitting in that chair, seeing that girl's busted grill, going, you know what I like the most?
Let's get this done.
Yeah. And I remember specifically remembering her teeth and being like, what is happening?
We're looking at her teeth.
I was staring
That was the
at...
grossest part of the video.
You open the video, you look at her, she looks like a snaggletooth fucking anglerfish about to consume the cameraman, going, you know what I like the most? Cake farts.
Cake fart. It's iconic. Aren't you glad you saw that? It's funny
And
as
then she
hell.
has a perfectly impressed visage of a square shape in chocolate icing over her ass. And then...
It's a live review.
Ever so delicately, her perfect pink butthole just protrudes out of the darkness.
It was really pink.
Out of the dark.
But she did have a nice butt.
She did have a nice butt.
Oh my god.
And a very nice pink butthole.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I can't
Take
do
a
this.
sip.
The day that I die, I will literally be in the first layer of hell in purgatory, right, with all the other philosophers, like Socrates and fucking...
Oh, they'd hang out with you?
Abso-fucking-lutely, because I would pull up my fucking iPhone 7 Plus.
I'd be sitting with Socrates and I'd go, oh, it's Veli? What makes you think a little lamb like you could play in our lion's den? That's what I would say.
Okay, I like how though that Chris dismissed that you would sit with Socrates, but Chris is right there sitting right
Chris
next to
has been waiting
Socrates.
there.
Chris has been there waiting like I was here first. And
Yeah,
now
because
you wanna
Chris
show
would die
up.
first before. Imagine us, all of us, okay,
In hell.
sitting in the first layer of hell, where everything is kind of grayish, the grass is flowing, the breeze is kind of going through. You're a little cold, but like not cold enough to get a jacket, but like you're a little uncomfortable. But it's like always like that, right?
Yeah.
And you're with all the philosophers.
I thought it gets colder towards the center of hell.
Shut up. So, you're with all the philosophers and everything, right? The sky's dim, everything's kind of foggy, and we just whip out our smartphone because for some reason, while you're in hell, you get Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, internet.
Right. And you just whip out cake farts, and you literally blow Socrates and Plato's mind out of the fucking water with cake farts. Literally blow them away.
You think they've ever seen it?
You think they even know what a cake is?
Do you think they know what a phone is?
Do you think they know what a cake is?
Grow up.
So you know how I was asking, okay, like, do the people, like, who are still maybe here from the 1800s, are they still in the 1800s, or are they in the 2018?
They watching cake parts with me in my fucking basement. Feel this.
So say, for instance, you know, kind of like whatever you believe in, say you think you're going to hell, you're going to heaven, they exist, whatever. Just, argument's sake, Adolf Hitler. I'm gonna assume everybody knows that he's in hell.
Yeah.
Okay, because he sucks.
Yeah.
Does that mean if you, for example, you go to hell? Hitler died, what, 14?
Sucker dick.
14.
1492.
When did Hitler die?
When Hitler found the Americas and created the free known world.
So, I'm pretty sure he died in 1940 something, I might be off, but kind of like around that period.
Yeah, World War II era.
Yes. So he died around that time period, so that's kind of like all he knows up until like the end of his life. He knew the cars that were around, you know, he doesn't know about iPhones. So say he has his knowledge of, say, when he died from 1940, whatever, in that time era. Just say, for argument's sake, you go to hell and you die this year, 2018, right? And you have an iPhone and you have a computer and you have internet connection and blah, 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 blah. Do you go like, and explain the knowledge that you have in the future, like, because you're the future to say somebody, like, who died then.
Yeah.
I'm the future right fucking now.
So I'm saying, like, do you all just go to heaven or hell with, like, a blank slate, or do you literally talk to somebody who was dead in 1700 and you died in 2018? You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you explain to them what iPhones were? Do they explain to you what churning their own butter is like?
No, because you're literally melting from fucking lava. You're being harpooned and speared from different directions. I'm sorry.
You have time to
if
tell
you think that I have the time to literally tell Henry IV what the fucking app called Grindr is...
Stop harpooning me. I gotta tell Henry IV about Grindr.
Yeah. I gotta tell him about all these sick dick pics that I'm being fucking sent.
Dick pic.
Like, he'll be like, what is a dick pic? And I will have to explain to him even what a picture is. What? He wouldn't even know what a picture is.
What is a picture?
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna take my fucking punishment in fucking... Punishment in stride.
And just be there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Are we done now?
We have to stop this.
It must have.
It's gone on too long.
That's fucking disgusting.
Veli, we can't just end it with whispers.
Why not?
Veli, Katie, guys, we can't just end this with whispers.
I literally don't understand why we can't end it with whispers.
We gotta do a funny thing then.
Katie's really close to me and she smells like pretty okay.
Do I? Yeah. Do I actually?
Let's all start giving each other kisses on the lips.
Chris is kissing himself.
Chris. Sponsored by...
Stop this!
Bye.
Cans.